And so, good morning, everybody. It's Brother Mart welcoming you to our Sunday morning meditation. And so, just inviting you to turn within and be still, inviting you to be comfortable in your place in the chair. Feel yourself supported. Have good posture. You want to keep your back straight, maybe your palms up, resting on your knees. And let's simply become mindful of our breathing. And so inviting you to take an inhale in for a count of 1 and an exhale out for a count of 2. An inhale in for a count of 2 and an exhale out for a count of up to 4. An inhale in for a count of up to 3 and an exhale out for a count of up to 6. Let's take an inhale in for a count of up to 4. And an easy exhale out for a count of up to 8. And an inhale in for a count of up to 5. Easy exhale out for a count of up to 10. And inviting you now to return to your normal breathing pattern. Reminded that the power and the presence, the love, the grace, the divine health and perfect wholeness of God breathes us. It uses us. And so we consecrate this time of sacred stillness and silence, this meditative contemplation, to be a place for the remembering of the I am that I am. To build the spiritual muscle that is within and resides deep within each of us. Some may call it the heart space, or you may, with your breathing, just find it within the body temple. And inviting you to infuse it with love and light intelligence, seeing all needs met, seeing this place in you that has never been nor could ever be hurt or harmed or endangered in any way. See it now in your mind's eye as thicker, broader, bolder, wider, a bigger space. And so with each breath, we infuse this space within us with everything and anything that's for our highest and best good. Only that comes to our mind's awareness, and we infuse it, we allow it, we permit it, consciously and effortlessly, now. And if you're willing, allow for your breathing to take you even deeper, sinking even deeper, perfectly held in the arms of the divine. Perfectly supplied, open, ready, and willing to receive your highest and best good now. And so with each breath, inviting you to breathe in gratitude. And exhaling out gratitude. Grateful for our very breath. And grateful for our very life. Inviting you to bring your conscious awareness back to the body temple. Easily and effortlessly feel yourself held by the chair. You may want to tap your toes to the ground, being certain you can feel the ground. You may want to tap the fingertips together, being certain you can feel the fingertips. And when you're ready and in your own time, allow gently for the outer eyes to open. As you become aware of your surroundings and your space, take a look at yourself, making sure you can see the physical, being fully present back, open and receptive to the highest and best good, the highest vibration of what has transpired in this time, this sacred and holy time of stillness and remembering. And so inviting us each individually to hold this idea of gratitude as the catchphrase for our day. Gratitude. Gratitude for our very life. Gratitude for our very breath. Gratitude for our very beingness. And so we infuse the energy of gratitude into this morning's continuation of our Sunday experience at CSL Redlands. And I'm sending you now hermetically sealed divine health and perfect wholeness for each of you individually and for all of your loved ones collectively. See yourself in a bubble, a protective bubble that only your highest and best good can reach. And we see this for our spiritual tribe. We know this to be the truth for all the congregants and all the people who find us remotely and click to watch. We see you. We know you. We know that right where you are, God is. Right where you are, God is. Right where you are, God is. And this concludes our meditation portion of service. It's Brother Mark sending you unconditional love and virtual hugs. Kisses too. The service will begin shortly. Namaste. Namaste.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together. The name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God and each other, yeah. Now look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together. In the name of, yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together. Yeah, we come together. In the name of, yeah, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Hello, I'm Edward Fillion. September at Centers for Spiritual Living is all about faith. And this week's topic is skepticism, doubt, and faith. My grandmother had faith that all things would work out in time. I realize now that it took great strength for her to proclaim that faith when life disproved it frequently. She would nevertheless resolutely declare that she expected good to come about, and then she would wait for things to work out as expected. I doubted sincerely that she was right, and yet she was. An observer might not be able to tell what her religion was, but they would be able to tell that she had faith in something, an elegant rightness with the world. I admired her expectation of good, but I didn't always share it. Taking a risk to believe something without proof seemed reckless. I remember learning in Bible class that faith is what makes a person whole. I remember teachers repeating Jesus' words to the centurion, "It shall be done for you as you have believed," as if they were saying something comforting. But Jesus' words did not give me the confidence they gave to the centurion. They distressed me. I worried that faith meant being able to believe in something utterly impossible. On the one hand, I felt like Alice, who through the looking glass protested to the White Queen, saying, "There's no use trying, one can't believe in possible things." And on the other hand, I wanted to believe what the Queen said, and I felt encouraged when she answered, "I dare say you haven't had much practice. When I was your age, I always did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast." Perhaps faith was a matter of practice, and I could learn to stretch the boundaries of what I thought was possible or likely by paying attention to and noticing the many times that, as my grandmother said, things would work out in the end. A healthy dose of questioning is a great tool for getting clear on what I believe and trust. And a healthy dose of imagination is also a great tool for expanding horizons. I look forward to exploring faith with you this month. My blessings to you.
heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
I have a few announcements for you this morning. Today, following our service, and every Sunday following service, you are invited to attend our after-service fellowship Zoom room to enjoy some informal conversation, and you can bring your own refreshments. And we invite you to just come in, drop in for a moment, introduce yourself, or let us say hi to you. And we will enjoy having you in our fellowship room after service today. Every Wednesday night on Facebook, join us for our Wednesday night service with one of our practitioners. This happens from 7 to 8 p.m. Our practitioners do a beautiful service on Facebook Live every Wednesday. I invite you to take advantage of that service and simply relish in the beauty of it. And then on Thursday mornings at 10:30, we have our CSL Redlands Book Club. We meet on Zoom, and if you need directions to that Zoom room, contact me at revcarrie@cslredlands.org, and I will forward you the Zoom link for that. We're discussing some of the writings of Ernest Holmes and the Science of Mind. If you have read that book before, I invite you to come and just see how much you have expanded since you read it last. If you've never read the book before, come and bring your questions. Sometimes it's a little hard to understand in the beginning, but we'll be happy to answer any questions and maybe make some things more clear. But what I do know for sure is that we have a good time at our book club. That's on Thursday morning, 10:30 to noon. And then join us for a very special service on September 21st on Facebook Live for the collective meditation for peace. This was originally started by the United Nations some years ago and is being held all around the world at 1 p.m. And 1 p.m. local time means that it's going to be a ripple effect and a synergy of peace that is spread all around the world. So mark your calendar and plan to attend this powerful time together. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of our CSL Redlands family. Like us on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll see you soon. Have a beautiful week.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reverend Dr. Renee Hart. I am an independent minister. I am a licensed practitioner for Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands. And our Reverend is Reverend Carrie. We just love her so very much. We really appreciate her being with us and just being this big family. So we love you. And so we're just going to do an invocation. So as we just take this breath, we breathe, and knowing right here, right now, right where God is, I know that you are. I know this for you. And so I know that God is perfection, God is harmony, God is love, God is intelligent. And in this, I know that God is loving kindness. And in this, what I know in this very moment is that I am one with God, so that I know we are one with God. I know that we are one with the universal presence that's moving in us and through us, all around us today. And so as we take this God breath on this Wednesday, we're knowing that God is at the core center of it all. And as we're knowing this, we're moving into the knowingness of brotherly love, loving kindness. And as we're knowing this right now, we're knowing this to the core. And so as we're knowing this, we open up our consciousness and move into a higher vibration right here, right now. Because we know God is at the core center of our beings. I know this for you. I know that you are whole, healthy, and complete as I speak. I know this for you right now. And so as we take this God breath, we breathe. And knowing God is at the core center of it all. And in this, I give thanks for knowing this to be the truth. And I just release my words into the universal law. I know that it is perfect. I know that it's complete. And we will say, and so it is. Amen.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm so happy that you've joined us here this morning. We are continuing our September theme of facing the fear. And this morning, we're going to explore this topic about skepticism, doubt, and faith. Have you ever found yourself to be skeptical of something? Maybe a particular person, maybe a particular philosophy, maybe even this one. And your skepticism kind of held you back from really stepping forward to see what it was all about? Or have you ever had a doubt about a person, a situation? Of course, I think we all have. I certainly have. Raise your hand if you've had those things. Skepticism or doubt. Yes. I see you out there. By golly, we're all normal human beings. Isn't that nice to know? Well, this morning, I want you to know that a skeptical attitude comes sometimes from a lack of understanding about a particular subject or a particular philosophy or whatever it is that you're skeptical about. And that's why it's healthy for us to question what we believe and what we know in order to develop a deeper understanding of what we believe and what we know. We need to question things. When we think we know it all, or we're not really willing to question what we believe, the universe is going to show us. And what we still need to remember is that the universe will always show us what we need to learn. When we feel like we've really got this philosophy down, we've really got it, that if we change our thinking, we change our life, and we think, wow, I've really got this. I know how to do this. I can do an affirmation and I am good to go. And then something happens and the universe shows you that you don't quite know as much as you thought you did and is ready to teach you the next step. Oh, it's so humbling. Oh my goodness. So we need to just be clear about what we believe. Now, you might believe that some people have prayers answered all the time. And other people, they don't have any prayers answered, it seems like. And they continually wonder why their prayers aren't answered, while everyone else seems to have answered prayer. Well, there's a reason for this. It's because sometimes we put up blocks of skepticism or doubt or even fear that keep the prayer from being answered. Ernest Holmes has a really good explanation for this in the Science of Mind textbook. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. But first, I want to read to you what it says in Scripture about this kind of knowing. You see, we're instructed to pray believing. It's that simple. In the book of Mark, chapter 11, verse 24, it says, "Therefore I say to you, anything you pray for and ask, believe that you receive it, and it will be done for you. Believe that you will receive it, and it is done for you." Pray believing. Our words are so powerful, my friends, that whenever we pray or whenever we speak, that wonderful creative power of that universal energy that is God hears us and says, "Yes, my child, I give you anything you ask for." And sometimes not. Sometimes we don't get what we asked for. We think we asked for it, but it isn't happening that way. And here's what Ernest Holmes has to say about that. He's talking in the textbook, in the Science of Mind, he's talking about the law of the universe, the law of cause and effect. And it says this. Stay with me now. He says, "Hence it follows that if we believe that it will not work, it, meaning the creative power of the universe, will not work, it really works by appearing to not work. When we believe that it cannot and it will not, then according to principles, it does not. But when it does not, it still does. Only it does according to our belief that it will not." Did you follow all that? Yeah. You see, the principles work all the time. Even when it appears that our prayers haven't been answered, even when it appears that we have stated an expressed desire and that desire turned out so different or not at all. You see, the universe is working on our prayers, on our words all the time. And when things don't work out, when it looks like the universe is not working for us, it really is working, because it works all the time on everything we say, everything we believe. So if we believe something is not going to work, the universe is going to say, "Okay, it's not going to work. Here you are." You see, it's that law. Ernest Holmes goes on to say, I just love this quote. Ernest Holmes goes on to say, this belief that it will not work is our own punishment through the law of cause and effect. And we don't enter in the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of our desired result, because of our doubts and fears. And he goes on to say, it is not a punishment imposed upon us by the Spirit of God, but an automatic result of failing constructively to use the law of God. We must use this law consciously and with belief. And when we use it consciously, we are allowing ourselves to move forward into the desire that we want. But if we just say things offhandedly like, "Oh, I could never do that," then it won't work. But it's really working because you said it and the universe said yes, so it's really working. Folks, there is no room for doubt in our spiritual mind treatment, our affirmative prayer, our affirmation, our words that we speak every day. When we speak our word in treatment, in our everyday conversation, to ourselves and our mind, We are using our current understanding, asking for what we want in that particular moment in time. Now, if we are asking from a place of not knowing the actual power that we have, or not being more detailed in what it is we desire, then we are using our conscious mind at the level that it is at that moment. We can always rise higher. And if we have any skepticism, any doubt in our consciousness, then it shadows our faith. Our faith limits. It becomes limited if we have skepticism or doubt. And when our faith is limited, our belief is limited. And so is the manifestation of our desire. It just doesn't unfold as beautifully and as graciously as it would as if we had that faith and that belief that it is already ours. We must continually feed our faith. But how can we do this? Well, one of the ways is to develop affirmations. Affirmations are firm statements, stated in the first person, in the present tense, and affirming that you already have what you desire. It's that simple. So your affirmative statement for, let's say, prosperity might say something like this: I am happy and grateful that I am now a prosperous being, living free. Something like that. Another way we can feed our faith is through visualizations. If we visualize in our mind's eye what it is that we desire to have, it might be a new home, it might be a new car, it might be the love of our life, whatever that visualization might be, if we take a look in our imagination space, which is here around the third eye, and visualize it, put all the qualities of God you would like to have in that desire in your visualization. And you can be detailed about it and then let God handle the rest of the details. We don't need to tell God what to do or how to do it. We just need to state our desire. That's basically it. In the movie The Secret, you might remember the story of the gentleman who moved into a home. And as he and his son were unpacking in a room, his son reached in a box and pulled out a picture that had been drawn. The box had been in storage for some years. And as he went to his dad with this picture and said, "Daddy, what's this?" And the man was astounded. He said, "Son, I drew this picture years ago. This is where we live now. We live in this house." He had visualized it years before, drew a sketch of it, and ended up putting it away. And now he lived there. Visualization is such an amazing tool to use. Feeding our faith is also about weeding out the thoughts of doubt and skepticism, just like we would weed out our garden. We're going to take those doubts and skepticism thoughts and fears, and we're going to weed them out, pluck them out of our mind, and replace them with positive affirmations. When doubt pops up, it's time to do an affirmative prayer or write an affirmation to eliminate that doubt and move back into that place where we are knowing without a doubt that the desired result is already in place. And feeding our faith also involves making a note of answered affirmative prayers or maybe affirmations that have unfolded before us. We could write it in a success journal and then look back and see all of the answers to prayer that we've had and all of the affirmations that we've written that have come true. You see, it solidifies it in our mind that our prayers, our words, work, and they're powerful and bring to us anything we desire. Edwene Gaines, the prosperity teacher, tells a story of a woman who prayed to have more love in her life, and a pregnant dog appeared on her doorstep. Yes, she received more love in her life for sure. But you see, those prayers, being sincere and heartfelt, probably had a little niggling doubt in them and probably weren't quite clear enough for the universe to really understand. And she might not have been in a receptive place at that time in her life to receive more love in her life that she thought she was praying for. It wasn't answered exactly like she thought. But you see, faith is always the vehicle through which our prayers are answered. And we can feed our faith by having and recording our aha moments. I know you've had an aha moment. I sure have. Raise your hand if you've had an aha moment in your life. Something that said, oh, that's it. Yeah, yes, you've had it. I see that. I have too. In fact, before I really ventured into ministerial training and I was studying this philosophy for a while, I had an aha moment while I was driving home from work. I was just cruising down the freeway thinking about how busy God is all the time creating this and creating that, creating cars, creating drivers, creating life itself. And I realized that God and that creative power of the universe was forever and ever and always creating all that is. And I was thinking of God outside of myself until I had the aha moment that said, God is within me. That creative power of the divine is within me. It's who I am. That was the biggest aha moment I think I've ever had. And it boosted my faith 1,000-fold or more. Make a note of those moments where you are blessed with that divine idea that tells you more about yourself, that tells you more about the spiritual principles that are before us for us to use. It is said that we make our own luck. My friends, we make our own faith, and we make our own life through that faith. So if we have faith that things are going to go right, our life will be blessed with things that are going to go right. If we have faith in the negative, that's what our life experience will be. We are the creative power in the universe. We are created by that universal energy that is power, that is God, that is universal love. The principle governing faith is that when the one praying becomes convinced, the prayer is answered. When you become convinced in your prayer, in your desire, your prayer is answered in astounding ways. Jesus taught, "It is done unto you as you believe." Believe is the key word here. It is done unto you as you believe. Yes. So Ernest wrote these wonderful words: when prayer removes distrust and doubt and enters the field of mental clarity, it becomes faith. So feed your faith and build it until it becomes a deep and profound knowing. I'm going to close with a short poem today by Darrell L. Ridgway. The poem is entitled Faith and Doubt. Doubt sees the obstacle. Faith sees the way. Doubt sees the long, dark night, and faith sees the day. Doubt dreads to take a step. Faith soars on high. Doubt thunders, "Who believes?" And faith whispers, "I." Our affirmation today comes from Charles Fillmore, who is the co-founder of Unity. He wrote this affirmation at the age of 93. May we all be like Charles. Here is the affirmation and our closing affirmation for today's service. Please repeat it with me with enthusiasm. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. And so it is. Spring forth into this day and know that you are loved. Namaste.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. So walk on, whistle and a happy song through the wind. Walk on, splash into the puddles in the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and blown, walk on, let me hear the muzzled children say, walk on, see me smiling on another day. With hope, all the troubles gonna go away in your heart. Keep a song in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. So climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow, you gotta follow every rainbow till you find your dream. Till you find your dream.
We've come to the time for our conscious giving. Conscious giving brings us into alignment with the law of circulation. Now, this law says that what is given is also received. And so when we bring our gifts, our tithes, our offerings to the source of our spiritual nourishment, which is our spiritual community, CSL Redlands, it is an action that declares our faith in the abundance of God and in the fact that we receive back all that we give. We'd like to remind you to complete your pledge card if you've not done so yet, and to consider giving your usual tithes, gifts, and offerings in weekly increments. You see, our center continues to care for our expenses even while meeting online. There are things to take care of, such as utilities and cleaning and staff. We want to make sure that we stay current with our weekly financial obligations. And so this weekly flow of money will certainly more efficiently allow us to do that. And as you give, I invite you to continue to know that your giving brings abundance to you and is deeply appreciated by your board of trustees and all who enjoy this service. There are several ways to give. If you're watching on Facebook this morning, at the top right of your Facebook page, you'll see a blue donate button for your convenience in giving. And if you want to, you can go to our website at cslredlands.org. And on the first page, on the right-hand side, there's a yellow button that says donate, where you can also make a contribution to our center. You can contribute using PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and if you wish, you can bring your written check to our center and place it in our secure mailbox, or you can drop it in the mail to us. Whatever it is that you give is deeply appreciated by this center and allows us to continue to bring the teachings of the science of mind to our community and to the world. So let's take a moment to bless our gift together. If you've already given your gift online or by mail, imagine your gift in your hand. And if you have your gift with you, I invite you to hold it over your heart, and if you want to, and let's affirm our giving affirmation together. I would invite you to really feel the power of these words. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. It is now time for our closing prayer. I'm going to invite you to just come to center with me. Be comfortable where you are sitting or lying down. And allow yourself to close your outer eyes and just turn within to that beautiful silent space that is within you, that is ready for you to be here in this peace. Let's take a nice big breath together, breathing through the belly, up into the chest, holding and releasing. And in this breath, we know and realize that the presence of the infinite is right where we are in this moment. The presence of God is that divine wisdom, that infinite love, unconditional prosperity and peace and joy, wealth, wisdom, life itself. The presence of the divine is God. It is that universal energy, that universal creative power that is all there is throughout the universe. It stretches from here to infinity and back again. It is that power that brings life into form. It brings love and joy into every life. And I know this presence and power has created all that there is in the universe, all that is seen and all that is unseen. I know this presence has created me, it has created all of us, and all those we love, and all those they love. All those around the world are blessed with that divine power and presence and knowing that God is at the center of their being, at the circumference of their being, infinite and perfect and beautiful. And so in this unity, I speak my word for each one of us this morning, knowing that our faith is fed by the words spoken this day. Our faith is fed by the aha moments, by the affirmations, by the positiveness that we carry with us in every step. And I know that as we continue to grow our faith, that we are lifted up into a new way of being, a new way of seeing, a new way of living. And I speak my word for all of those who require a healing this day, all those who may be ill, who may be suffering with a physical, mental, or emotional or spiritual illness. I know that these people are the divine creations of the infinite, and therefore they are whole and perfect and complete on every level. And I know that their healing brings them forward into a life that is filled with peacefulness. It is filled with joy and right living. I know for everyone within the sound of my voice that there is love abounding. This love is unconditional. It is infinite. It is all there is. And I know that this love is felt deep in the heart, in the very core and center of each being. I know that this love heals and blesses in every way. I speak my word for all of those unsheltered souls. I know that they find shelter that allows them to be safe, secure, dry, warm, and they are fed from the inside out by the miracle of the shelter they find and the food that flows to them through the universe. I speak my word for our Center for Spiritual Living Redlands, and I speak my word for every house of worship, every mosque, every church, every synagogue, every form of worship is blessed this day, knowing and feeling and being the presence of God on this planet at this time, doing the work, the service that needs to be done to bring life and kindness and love and beauty to our planet. I speak my word and claim for our country that we are blessed with a healing, a deep and profound healing, allowing us to see our brothers and sisters as equals, as the beautiful emanations of God that they truly are. I know that the leadership of our country is blessed, and that our leadership unfolds in the coming election so that our country is deeply and profoundly blessed with true equality, unconditional love, caring, kindness, joyfulness, and peace. I speak my word this day to know that our Center for Spiritual Living continues to thrive and grow, that our services are able to be in person once more because any disease has been eradicated, allowing us to enjoy the company of each other once again. I give thanks for our wealth in consciousness, our wealth in people, our wealth in finances. I give thanks for all of it. And I give thanks that each one of us live in the wealth that is the divine. I am so grateful to know the truth in these words, to know the truth that the universe is working on these words in this moment to bring about all these desires into manifestation. I am so grateful to the presence of the law and the presence of God. And in my gratitude, I release these words into the heart and mind and into the healing presence of the infinite. I release these words into that creative action known as the law, knowing that everything is already in place. And so in this release, I let it be, and we can say together, and so it is. Amen.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fail. Let me learn from all the ways I fail. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. And let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
And so now that our Sunday experience has concluded, you're invited to join us in the Zoom room by following the links and the instructions that you'll see. So it's simple. Just come on in and say hi. You can turn on your video, you can see others, you can hear others, and check in and connect. We're usually in the Zoom room following our Sunday service for about 30 minutes or so. So come on in, say hello. Know that you're never alone. You're always loved. You're always completely sourced, supplied, and maintained by the power and the presence, the love, and the grace of God.